Shabbat Shalom. Is the primary message in this Parsha is the establishment of the covenant between Hashem and his people. It is not. Notice that it was Yitro, a goy who was doing avodah zarah, is kind of the first one to recognize that Hashem was that's the only God, and he sees his firsthand what all the miracles and things that Hashem has done for his own people. So that's why it is recognized. That's why this parasha is not called Matan Torah or other name, but it was given a recognition to Yitro that he was the first one among the Go'i to recognize, even though he knew a lot of deities. So that's given me a great honor. Okay. Now we have to always go back to the same. Is a covenant, and this covenant has two parts: Hashem and his people, us, where he is his duty is to protect us from all the nations outside, to protect us. And on return, what we do is we make sure we are truthful to him, and we don't do idolatry. So that's and the main idea. That's it. We should be faithful to him. Now we see the Torah. Now my question would be, why did we lose the first temple on the first time? And it's because in this today's parsha is people of Israel was so afraid of hearing Hashem's word. They were really scared. And he says, no, ask Hashem not to talk to us. You talk to Hashem and you talk to us. So it was a bit of fear for a short period of time. But I think that was a mistake. That was the first mistake that we made. That we want to hear Hashem's word through a man, even if it was Moshe. So I think that was the beginning of the fall, of why we lost the first and then the second and then the second temple, because we don't fear man's word as we should fear Hashem's word. So that is something that we gotta think about it. Now, since we don't have fear of Hashem, okay, so the question is, why people create their own idols, their own deities? And the reason is simple. When we do Avodah Hashem, there is a communication. There is a two-way communication. Hashem and us with Hashem. But when somebody creates an idol, it's a communication one way, because then you can ask and you can tell anything to that idol, knowing that the idol is not going to go and answer you. Okay, so that is I believe that is the biggest reason why people create idols. Okay, and anything that takes our thoughts away from Hashem, that's an idol. Okay, now the question is, do we have idols today? Nowadays, on this 21st century, do we have idols? Have we created our own idols? And we create our own idols? And I think we have. We got to be careful. It could be a person It could be even if we pay more attention to even a rabbi or one of the sages, like other houses has, nobody is above Hashem. And that's something that we got to be really careful, really careful. A PlayStation, a cell phone, computer, a tablet, whatever, whatever it takes, it's more to our eyes and to our heart is more powerful than Hashem. That's our own idol, and that's something we got to be careful, because sometimes the change is very subtle. We don't think, but maybe TikTok is. We got to give more priority to stay in tune with the media, TikTok, Instagram, or whatever, and instead of using that time for nothing, because in reality we're losing time. We should be using it to study Torah, read Psalms, do anything related with Hashem. I think it's even worse, because when you start, it had happened, seeing on things on TikTok, and all of a sudden you realize in an hour passed. So guess what? That's an idol for us. So there's something we got to be really careful of. Toda rabah.